Do you know what the most powerful thing you can do for yourself is? To let go in silence, without explanations, without warnings, without justifications. There are things, people, habits, and thoughts that don't deserve a place in your life. If you keep carrying them, they will slow you down, drain your energy, and extinguish your inner fire. Today I want to speak to you honestly, like a brother standing at your side in the daily battle. I know that sometimes you are tired of constantly explaining yourself, of holding on to things that no longer resonate with you, of keeping alive a version of yourself you no longer recognize. I understand you, because I've been there too. And if you are hearing this now, it's not a coincidence. This message is for you because you are ready to move on, to stop carrying what hinders your growth. It's time for a silent, inner, personal, and powerful cleansing. As Marcus Aurelius said, the happiness of your life depends on the quality of your thoughts. So let's begin today by removing what no longer belongs to your mind and your soul. Let go of what weakens you and take back what makes you strong. Here are 10 things you should silently remove from your life, not to please the world, but to free yourself. Lesson 1. Remove the role you invented to please others. How many times have you pretended to be someone you are not, just to fit in? How many times have you smiled when you wanted to scream? How many times have you betrayed yourself just to keep up appearances? That is a cage you built for yourself. As long as you maintain it, you will never feel free. It's time to let it go quietly, without resentment, without guilt, without fear. Be yourself, not the version you invented to survive, but the one formed in truth, clarity, and authenticity. Lesson 2. Remove the habit of procrastination and make this day count. Tomorrow is not guaranteed, yet we live as if eternity is ours. We delay decisions, dreams, conversations, and worse, our own transformation. How long will you keep postponing what you already know you must do? Every day you waste is a day that dies without being lived. Today is the only real battlefield. Today you can act, today you can change, today you can grow strong. Epictetus reminded us, it's not what happens to you that matters, but how you respond. If you respond with inaction, you surrender. Make this day count, not because it's perfect, but because it's the only one you have. Lesson 3. Remove the invisible chains of the past. There are wounds you cannot see, yet they bind you more tightly than any physical chain. Disappointments, mistakes, memories that return as guilt, fear, or anger. But the truth is, the past no longer exists. It lives only in your mind, and you decide whether to keep feeding it or to finally let it die. You are not your story, not what was done to you, not your mistakes. You are what you make of it today. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The obstacle to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. Your wounds can become your strength, but only if you stop running from them and start letting go. You don't have to shout it out or tell everyone. It's enough if you let go in silence, forgive what you never received, and feel gratitude for what you've learned. Peace comes when you stop clinging to the past and start building the present." Lesson 4. Remove emotional dependency. No one has to save you. No one is coming to complete you. No one is obliged to fill your emptiness. What you are searching for outside can only be created within. Emotional dependency is a trap of the ego, making you believe that without this person, this attention, this affection, you are worth nothing. But your worth comes from yourself. You are whole, you are capable, and the more you need yourself, the less you need others. Don't confuse love with dependency. Don't confuse company with emotional addiction. True connection is born between two free people, not between two broken ones using each other as anesthesia. Epictetus said, "Choose not to be harmed, and you won't be." That begins the moment you stop tying your inner peace to the behavior of others. You are here to love, yes, but from freedom, not from need, from fullness, not from lack. Love yourself so deeply that you won't collapse if someone leaves, because you remain whole and complete. Lesson 5. Remove the addiction to imagining problems that don't yet exist. How many times have you exhausted yourself by imagining everything that could go wrong? How many nights have you fought against scenarios that existed only in your mind? That is the prison of fear, living in the future, predicting threats, inventing storms, and then suffering them as if they were real. But the truth is, more than 90% of your fears never come true, and yet they steal your lifetime. Stop trying to control everything. Stop needing to foresee everything. Stop suffering twice, once for your fear and once for something that will never happen. Marcus Aurelius knew this. If you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your estimate of it. Learn to observe your thoughts without believing all of them. Don't trust your ability to calculate the future. Trust your ability to adapt. Live here, live now, not in an imagined catastrophe, because life only happens in this moment, and worry solves nothing, it only devours you. Lesson 6. Remove resentment and let peace dwell within you. Resentment is poison you drink yourself, hoping it will harm others. But it only destroys you, robs you of your peace, and keeps you tied to what is long past. Yes, there are people who have hurt you. Yes, there are moments that were not fair. Yes, there are wounds that still burn, but you are not here to carry them forever. You are here to be free. Forgiveness does not mean forgetting nor justifying. Forgiveness means letting go, stopping the burden of dragging it around, stopping the endless reliving of what has already happened, stopping being the victim of your own story. Seneca said it clearly, "Braver is the one who conquers his anger than the one who conquers his enemies." Peace does not come from outside. It comes when you decide that the past will not steal another day from you. Remove resentment, not for them, but for yourself. Lesson 7. Remove the illusion that happiness is a destination. We have been lied to, made to believe we would only be happy once we reached a certain goal, a certain status, a longed-for possession. But that is false. Happiness is not somewhere in the future. It is here, in every step, in every breath, in every conscious choice, even when not everything is perfect. If you chase happiness as a destination, you will never find it, because the moment you achieve something, your mind is already thinking of the next thing, an endless hunt with no finish line. The Stoics did not speak of happiness as something to obtain. They spoke of eudaimonia, living in virtue, being at peace with what you do, who you are, what you choose. That is true happiness, knowing you are doing the right thing even if the world does not recognize it. Stop chasing an illusion. Start building your calm within, here today, now. That is true success. Lesson 8. Remove the burden of constant justifications. How often have you felt the need to explain yourself for who you are, how you feel, what choices you make? But you know what? You don't owe anyone an explanation. Constantly justifying yourself means asking permission to live. But you are not here to ask for permission. You are here to walk your path. If someone doesn't like it, they have the right to their opinion. But you don't have to explain yourself. Stoic strength is shaped in silence, in clarity, in loyalty to your values. Epictetus taught, "We are not responsible for what others think, only for our actions. So act with integrity and let your behavior speak for itself." The more you explain yourself, the more doubt you project. Remove this burden. Be clear with yourself. Be steadfast. Be true to yourself. Justifications are chains. Conviction is the sword that frees. Lesson 9. Remove the bad habits that destroy your body and mind. You cannot expect mental clarity while sabotaging your body. You cannot build emotional strength while your habits weaken you. Everything is connected. Too little sleep, eating from frustration, hours of distraction, constant noise, treating yourself with contempt. All of this slowly destroys you. The danger, often you don't even notice. Bad habits disguise themselves as comfort, but they are traps. They steal your energy, extinguish your vitality, and leave you half alive. And deep down, you know exactly what you must let go of. You don't need new information, you need determination, will, discipline. Marcus Aurelius was an emperor, and still he rose at dawn, trained his mind, cared for his body, and wrote in his journal to strengthen himself. And you, what do you do every day to build yourself up? What battles are you winning or losing in silence? It is not easy, but it is necessary, because every small habit that strengthens you is an investment in your future, and every toxic habit you release is one less weight you carry with you. Lesson 10. Remove the tendency to constantly criticize and cultivate self-observation. It is easy to look outward and point fingers. It is easy to see the mistakes of others. For many, criticizing has become a sport, a distraction, a defense mechanism. But criticizing others does not make you better. Every time you point a finger, you avoid looking within. Every time you speak poorly of others, you project your own unrest. Constant criticism is a way to avoid facing your own lack. Epictetus said it clearly. Do not concern yourself with what others do. Concern yourself with what you should do. Practice silence, self-reflection, honest observation of yourself. Look at yourself, not with condemnation, but with sincerity. Ask yourself, where am I failing? What must I improve? What part of me am I ignoring while I get lost in the flaws of others? Criticism does not make you wise. Self-observation does, because true change begins there. The moment you courageously face yourself, confront yourself with compassion, and work tirelessly on your own being. And now, as we reach the end of this path, I want to tell you something. If you've made it this far, it is no accident. You have shown discipline, focus, and the will to grow. And if these words have touched your soul, if you feel you've found a place here where your progress and inner strength are valued, then this channel is your home. Subscribe now and become part of the movement of those who grow in silence, who don't give up, who keep working on themselves even when the world doesn't see it. Here we are, stoic soldiers, and together we are building something great. Remember, you don't need noise, only will. You don't need permission, only decision. And you don't have to do it perfectly. You only have to begin. See you in the next video, soldier. Stay steadfast, stay strong, stay awake.